That one explosion caused, because here's now what we are starting to learn about the succession, or what someone obviously hoped would be a succession of explosions. The first bomb that was in the federal building did go off. It did the damage that you see right there. The second explosive was found and diffused. The third explosive that was found, and they are working on right now as we speak, I understand, both the second and third explosives, if you can imagine this, were larger than the first. So try to imagine two or threefold happening what we've already seen there. It is just incredible to think that there was that much heavy artillery that was somehow moved into the downtown Oklahoma City Federal Building.
Two other explosive devices were found that were not detonated, and they were larger than the first.
I think he said another bomb.
Another bomb, move back.
Oh my God, another bomb.
We just saw, if you were watching there was a white...
Hi, I'm Patricia. This summer I traveled to Oklahoma and Texas with a few other global teens named Alexis, Clive, Edwin, Brandon, Dacia, Griselda, Tamasia, Delissa, Joseph, Ahmed, and William. This is us. We thought we would go camping, meet some cowboys, and eat a lot of food. But what we didn't know was that we would discover one of the most important tragedies to happen in American history. On April 19, 1995, a day like any other day, two men named Timothy McVeigh and Terry Nichols rented a Ryder moving truck and loaded it with over 4,200 pounds of homemade explosives with the goal of bombing the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building. McVeigh was mad at the federal government. At exactly 9:02 a.m., McVeigh set off the bomb, injuring more than 680 people and killing 168. 19 of those victims were young kids who attended daycare on the first floor of the building, and 3 others were pregnant women. This was the most destructive act of the domestic terrorism before September 11th, and we were shocked that we had never heard about it. We visited the Oklahoma City National Memorial, the site of this terrible attack. There we met a sheriff deputy who was one of the first to be called to the rescue scene. We heard the story of how a simple collection of paper cranes sent from all over the world provided comfort for the victims. And we were moved by a young girl named Bailey, who was pulled from the wreckage only to die at the hospital later. Her image became a national symbol of this horrific attack. Outside of the museum, we stood in the exact spot where the Ryder truck had been parked that day. Instead of the debris you see in images, we stood at the foot of a reflecting pond. Overlooking the reflecting pond was 168 empty chairs that light up at night, symbolizing that never-ending light of the people who died that day. Framing the reflecting pond are 2 walls, one reading 901 and the other 903. In between is where time stood still, where life stopped much too soon. We each dipped our hand in the pond and placed it on the wall, because this place was now part of us, and we wanted our hopes to be part of this place. Visiting the Oklahoma City National Memorial got us thinking, why does it take something as big as time standing still to make us realize how much we should love one another? Why do 168 chairs stand empty where 168 lives should be learning and growing and teaching and living? Wouldn't it be great if we built memorials not out of tragedy but out of triumph? Four days after the bombing, President Clinton delivered a speech to the people in Oklahoma City. In that speech, he told us this: "Let us let our own children know that we will stand against the forces of fear. When there is talk of hatred, let us stand up and talk against it. When there is talk of violence, let us stand up and talk against it. In the face of death, let us honor life. If we all listen to his advice, imagine a world of good we could do."